Well, it's Steve White, Steve RZ9. Well, I've been a bit confused about the whole Friday the 13th franchise and what's happened with the rights and what's happening with the movies and the TV series and the merchandise and, what is Jason Universe and everything. And I haven't quite been able to get my head around it now. I was paying attention to the legal battle a few years ago between Sean S. Cunningham and Victor Miller, where Victor was claiming the rights to the original film after a certain amount of, decades. The original writer's supposed to get back the rights, and he did win. And I thought that him and Sean, after the legal stuff had been sorted out, had sort of made a decision, had an understanding about sharing the rights, so that they basically would allow each other to use the rights for each of the different entities, and they would just pay each other. And I thought they had it sorted, and that we'd be able to move forward with Friday the 13th product. But apparently they haven't, and it's worse than what I thought. Basically, there is 3 parties involved for starters, and it's messier than I thought. Now, Midnight's Edge did a video about this, like a 20-minute video a while ago, and it was a bit complicated. And it was just recently they did another video in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, and at the start of that they briefly broke down and simplified what happened with the Friday the 13th rights. And I'm like, oh, okay, now I've had that simplified, I get what's happening now, and I can see now how that's affecting what's happening now. Basically, Victor did get the rights to Pamela Voorhees and Jason Voorhees from the film and the original film in the US. But Sean S. Cunningham got the rights to Jason as an adult, all the rights outside the US, the sequels, the hockey mask, but that's it. The actual title of Friday the 13th is still owned by New Line Cinema. So there's 3 entities, so none of them can make a Friday the 13th product with modern Jason in the hockey mask and everything without the other 2 people agreeing, which all means they all have to agree to pay each other. So that's why we haven't gotten anything in years, and probably never will, because they're never going to be able to decide. So this is really bad. I didn't realise it was quite that bad. And this is also why things are like they are, where Victor Miller has allowed A24 to do a TV series through Peacock about Pamela Voorhees and baby Jason. So that's fine because he owns the rights to that. And the Jason Universe is Sean Cunningham's little baby. The idea being he's got this IP, he wants to exploit it, so he's made this Jason Universe with generic Jason products because he doesn't want to pay any of the people who created the original hockey mask or any of the Jason designs and looks for any of the films. So he's paid someone a smaller amount to create, I guess exclusively for him, a generic Jason. And that's now what he's going to use on all his merchandise. And any Jason products going forward, meaning films, TV series or anything. Now all he's managed to do is finance a short film through a random investor, which is like a drink company that makes, I think some sort of apple cider or whatever. I've forgotten what they're called, Angry Orchard or something. So that's how that happens. I'm like, okay, now I get why they're making the series. It's just about Pamela and Jason, because that's what Victor has managed to do. And Sean has, got his Jason Universe, which, he doesn't care about any of the films or the fans or any consistent canon or anything. He just has an IP, a product. He just wants to make his version of it and sell it for money. And New Line, of course, can't make a Friday the 13th movie without at least one of them. If they want to do like a prequel or a sort of post-hockey mask Jason, they need Sean. And if they want to do, they need Victor. If they want to do a modern Jason film, a Friday the 13th film with Jason, they have to get Sean, and they can call it Friday the 13th if they want. But if Sean wants to make a Jason film, he can, but he can't use Friday the 13th or Pamela. So it's just a bit of a mess. And you can work around these things. It is limiting, but it's just really disappointing that these 3 people can't just decide to all just give each other the rights when they want it, and then just they all agree to pay a fair amount and just say, look, we're all going to pay each other this amount for this sort of use, and depending on how often people use it and how many products they get out, then obviously they're going to make more money out of it. But they should find some way, because nothing is achieved and you earn nothing from just holding on to the rights just so no one else can have them. This is I own this intellectual property, and I'm not going to let anyone else use it to make a film or anything, because that's money I could have gotten if they don't make that film, and then you get no money. Like, it just achieves nothing. So I'm really disappointed that these guys, I mean, yes, you know, Victor is having the TV series made, he's getting some sort of check from that. And, you know, Sean has Jason Universe, he's getting some money from that. But no one's, you know, none of them are going to be as successful as a new Friday the 13th film with Jason called Friday the 13th. So they're sort of limiting each other, and it's a bit of a mess. And I'm just surprised they've let it get this way, and why they don't agree to agree, or one person buys out the other. And this could be the end of Friday the 13th, really, of being a big successful franchise, because they just can't, they don't have all the pieces. So yeah, glad I kind of worked out what was happening there, because I was confused about how things were happening and why things were happening, but now it all makes sense. It was simplified and makes sense. So let's hope something improves.